Emma Raducanu is one of the youngest tennis players of all time, and with that pressure, she's had a pretty tough time throughout her career. But even then, hers was one of the best career trajectories we've seen, and well, it's finally come to an end. Emma Raducanu retires. Britain's Emma Raducanu has had a pretty difficult season on the WTA Tour, with plenty of highs and lows. After her unexpected victory at the US Open in 2021, when she was only 18 years old,
ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 US Open Women's Champion, Emma Raducanu.
expectations were very high for the British player. Unfortunately, this pressure seemed to take its toll on Emma, and she wasn't able to live up to these expectations. Throughout 2022, the 19-year-old suffered from various physical problems that affected her performance in court. Plus, a coach change in such a short time caused further issues for Raducanu. Since she was struggling to settle into her new environment. After a lot of thinking, Emma recently announced that she won't be playing any more matches this year and has effectively ended her season on the court prematurely.
I think that longevity of a career is something that a lot of the players, and me especially, we all aspire to achieve as well.
This was a difficult but necessary decision, as she wasn't feeling 100% physically and wouldn't have been able to give her best if she decided to compete after all. Emma Raducanu recently shared a heartbreaking message on her social profiles. She expressed her sadness since she was unable to take part in an upcoming event and said that she was looking forward to play on home soil. Despite putting in a lot of effort in physical training and rehabilitation since her last tournament, it wasn't enough. During a question and answer session with HSBC recently, Raducanu talked about various topics, such as her idol, the languages she speaks, and other curious facts. She revealed that her biggest inspiration is Serena Williams, and that she speaks Romanian, Spanish, English, and French fluently one day. She's dealt with her fair share of injuries in the past. In fact, we could literally make a whole timeline of it. Emma Raducanu has had a string of unfortunate injuries since making her WTA debut in June of 2021, with the first mid-match retirement coming at Wimbledon. Facing Aljaž Tomljanovic in the fourth round, Raducanu was trading 6-4, 3-0 when she began to experience difficulty breathing, forcing her to retire from the match. The next mid-match retirement happened at the Abierto Zapopan in 2022, where Emma was facing off against Australia's Darius Seville. Both players have had won a set each and was battling it out in the deciding set when Raducanu experienced severe cramps in her leg, causing her to retire from the match. The third and most recent mid-match retirement came at the 2022 Italian Open, where Raducanu was facing Canada's Bianca Andreescu in the opening round. Despite a strong start from Andreescu, leading 6-2, 2-1 when Raducanu had to stop after experiencing a back problem. At the 2022 Nottingham Open, 78th ranked player Emma Raducanu was forced to withdraw after only 7 games in her opening set against Viktoria Golubic of Switzerland. She complained about pain in her left rib and wasn't able to continue competing. The next tournament for Raducanu was the 2022 Korea Open, where she was in the semis against Latvia's Jelena Ostapenko. The match was close, with both players proving their skills on the court, but Raducanu was leading 3-0 in the third set when she suddenly stopped due to a glute injury. Unfortunately, this ended her hopes for a spot in the finals, and Ostapenko won the match. In October of 2022, Raducanu had to pull out of the Transylvania Open and the Billie Jean King Cup finals due to a wrist injury. Even though she's been injured a lot throughout her career, not all has been bad for her. She was named alongside Serena Williams and Adele in accolades despite her injury. The 20-year-old Emma Raducanu made a name for herself in the tennis world, and that success has recently been recognized by LA Canada. She even named her as one of their game changers of 2022. This recognition comes after a mixed season, which saw Raducanu struggle with injuries, yet still managed to produce some impressive results. Raducanu is one of 4 tennis players on the list, alongside Serena Williams, Naomi Osaka, and Ash Barty, who have impacted and inspired the world using their voices, talents, and motivation, according to LA Canada. And being crowned BBC Sport Personality of the Year and Laureus World Sports Award Breakthrough of the Year, LA Canada recently released its list of 100 women who are changing the world. Including on the list is British #1 tennis player along with 3 others: Serena Williams, Naomi Osaka, and Ash Barty. Elle Canada highlighted these 4 individuals for their inspiring voices, talents, and motivations, which have impacted the world in a positive way. Even though Emma Raducanu is a pretty recognizable tennis player at this point, Serena Williams and Adele are on another level, which begs the questions: how did Emma make the cut? At the age of 20, Clara Raducanu has cemented her place as one of Elle Canada's 2021 game changers. Her impressive record on the court is what earned her this recognition. Just 3 short years after going pro, Raducanu became a professional tennis player and achieved insane success in 2021, winning the US Open at the age of 18. What makes Raducanu even more remarkable is that she achieved this massive feat by winning 10 consecutive matches without dropping a single set, which made her the first female tennis player to ever win a Grand Slam tournament from the qualifying rounds. It's no wonder that Raducanu's name was included on Elle Canada's 2021 Game Changers list. At only 19 years old, British tennis player Emma Raducanu is already making waves in the international sporting world. After a rocky freshman year on the tour with a 17-19 win-loss record, Raducanu is now ranked number 75 in the world. And her defining moment, according to Elle Canada, was beating Leylah Fernandez at the 2021 US Open to become the 23rd best player in the world and British number 1. Unfortunately, like we mentioned before, Raducanu has been injured on 4 separate occasions over her short career, forcing her to retire from matches. Despite this, Raducanu is looking towards the future and has been making moves to shape a better career for herself. She connected up with Andy Murray's former fitness trainer, Jez Green, to increase her strength and stamina, which will definitely help her compete at a higher level in upcoming tournaments. Emma Raducanu received an MBE from King Charles for services to tennis. Emma Raducanu was officially awarded the distinction of Member of the Order of the British Empire by King Charles at Windsor Castle. The honor recognizes her remarkable achievements in tennis over the past few years, most notably her victory at the 2021 US Open. At only 20 years of age, Raducanu became the first British woman to win a major singles title since 1977, after she won all 10 sets in a row she played during the tournament. This made her the first qualifier ever to take home a Grand Slam trophy. After receiving her MBE, she shared her delight on Instagram, saying, "A great honor receiving an MBE from His Majesty the King today. Pretty amazing day." The US Open win was only one of several accomplishments that Raducanu has achieved throughout her career. She became the first British female to make a WTA final in 2019 and has also reached 2 additional semifinals. In 2020, she was the first British player to make the quarterfinals of a Grand Slam tournament since Joe Dury in 1984. And that was what Emma Raducanu had to say about her retirement. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.